Hi, this is Gentmoot 7. I am Christian, I'm joined here by...
Me.
And...
Me. Georgia.
Derek.
I've got you the special card.
You've just made.
In celebration for your 3 episodes in a row. First person to conquer it, besides myself.
Yay.
5 high. You've got 7 in a row though, but that's because you're the host.
I am indeed. Terry's the first person to get 3 episodes in a row.
And I'm one of the most unsociable people in this college.
Very true. Giorgio, how many episodes have you been on now? This is the 7th, so you're on the first one, and the third, and 4th, and this one. So you've been on 4 episodes.
Okay.
How long before
5.
I take over?
I'm fair for it. I'm Gentmoot 5. Wait, Gentmoot 5.
Also
You're on Gentmoot 5.
Yes.
So you've been in 5 of them.
Yes. But I only missed 2.
Yeah, and Craig's been in 2. Terry's
3.
been in 3 in a row. So, I'd like to give you the special card, Terry. Just
my God!
Happy 3 in a row. Heart, excellent.
Oh, like I am so.
Yay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Clap.
I would.
Clap!
I'll give a round of applause to myself as well. Thank you. You're very well done,
Yay,
Teddy.
now give it back.
No, I'd like to thank my family for doing nothing to help me get here. I had to walk, and
Boring.
Most inconvenient thing in the world.
why don't you suck my legs?
Get off the stage!
Why don't you go and rip your own ass off and
It's not
stuff your
stage,
head in
it's
it?
just table.
Get off the table.
Our table has grown in size today.
God, so
Yay.
why is it whenever I do accents, people just start joining me? Go away, all of you.
Yes. Terry does the best accent.
No!
I do accent. He does better Scottish though.
Yay.
He does better Scottish.
Yeah, you do.
I can do the I can do the best Eastern European accent.
Let's tick off the hellos then.
Hello.
As we move down our new agenda because Gentmoot is evolving and we're finally developing a format.
Yeah.
Oh no, my phone is locked.
Throats.
That's
I
good.
think it's still loaded.
Oh, thank God.
We're going to be discussing the new Pixels trailer, Adam Sandler's movie about video game stuff.
Video games attacking the world. Apparently,
quite good.
aliens misinterpret some crap for a thing of attack, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna fight back using video games, Governor. Get ready for a space invader and a Donkey Kong."
Indeed.
Apparently, Adam Sandler plays a geek, and he has to save the world. He plays a geek. 1980s geek.
Shall we watch then?
Yeah.
By the way, I haven't watched this trailer yet. These two have.
Could this save his career? We'll find out.
No.
3, 2,
In 1982, NASA sent a time capsule into space.
In hopes of contacting other life forms.
But wait!
There was some dust.
Including examples of...
They sent Ronald Reagan?
and a Rubik's Cube. Donkey Kong!
It was intended to be a message of peace. Unfortunately, it was taken the wrong way.
Reboot, Tom.
Oh no, the Lincoln Memorial.
Gallagher!
has sent real-life video games to attack us.
Those coloured minis are like inky and blinky. The Pac-Man ghost.
Pac-Man's a bad guy? Incoming!
Oh yeah, Kevin James is the president, you know.
Donkey Kong.
Really? Is he actually?
Yeah, he is.
I don't really know Kevin James person.
He was bad in Mall
He's the president.
Yes.
The only way to take down Pac-Man is with ghosts.
You want ghosts?
These are your ghosts.
There he is.
Hang on, yeah, Peter Dinklage was in this, isn't he?
We're the only ones who can do this! I'm kidding. We are all gonna die. I'm just sorry.
That's Lego movie.
May I introduce to you Professor Iwatani, the creator of Pac-Man.
His real name and likeness.
You'll see. Professor Iwatani, what are you doing? I will talk to him. He's my son. Hello, my sweet little boy. Look how big you've grown. That's so sweet. He's so sweet. I know. You're a good boy. Somebody annihilate this stupid thing!
Okay. Initial reaction, Terry.
Like I said earlier, I can already see it's basically the Futurama episode, which was it titled like Anthology of Interest or something like that. It was one of those episodes that they do, and yeah, it doesn't look that bad. But then again, with Adam Sandler being in it, it's always a gamble.
Yeah.
Anything with Adam Sandler in these days is a massive gamble that usually ends up with it being terrible. He hasn't done a good film in 7 years.
I didn't like Bedtime Stories.
It was good. Bedtime Stories was good.
No.
When I first saw Pixels, I thought it was going to be like a science fiction film, but when I saw the trailer, it's more of a comedy.
The thing is, I thought it was going to be a comedy, but then seeing the trailer, it wasn't. I didn't find it very funny. I quite like the idea of introducing like the video game bad guyness, but I don't think it looks like a comedy.
You don't think so?
I thought it was going to be, but no, it doesn't look like.
Could be. Karen James is president.
That's there's a problem
Kevin
right
James
there.
is president, if that's right.
There's a film coming out soon called, I think it's about Big Game or something like that, which has Samuel Jackson as the president.
That's
and
cool.
the Air Force One crashes into a jungle, and then a 13-year-old boy is tasked with basically rescuing him with the stuff that he's built out in the wild. That is going to be so cool.
That is going to be cool.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson as president. Why hasn't that been done before?
There's going to be copious usage of the word motherfucker.
Yeah.
I've had it with these motherfucking terrorists in this motherfucking woods.
Say what again? Say what?
No, I'm not going to say what.
What?
You did it! You did it! End of episode. Goodbye. But wait, there is more.
There is. Oh,
So, what's your reaction to Pixels?
What?
What's your reaction to Pixels?
English, Mother Giorgio, do you speak it?
Yes, I do. Blood.
Pixels. You know, it's based off that short film of the same title, Pixels.
Yes, it
I have not seen it, but I've heard good things about it.
I watched it a couple of days ago, and I think, to be honest, that the short film would have been a better trailer than the trailer is. The short film was so cool. You've got like massive Tetris blocks, 3D ones, coming out of the sky and landing on these like huge like skyscraper buildings. And then when they build a row around the building, it makes that doo-doo noise, and like part of the building just disappears and it goes poof.
That's cool. That is creative. That is very creative.
I want to see that. Send me a link after that.
Alright, I'll send it to you.
Then again, it's a teaser trailer. We have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's still the first trailer.
Yes.
But what are you teasing with an Adam Sandler film? Crap.
Pac-Man. The last bit was the best bit, I think.
What with Pac-Man's creator?
Yeah, that was quite good.
I don't really find that funny.
No, that's like a one-off joke. I mean, they've spoiled that joke in the film already. I mean, the trailer.
Is that the actual him? I think that's an actual.
No, it's not. It looks like him, apparently.
Yeah. He's still alive.
Why didn't
I'll
they get
still
like
watch it.
Shigeru Miyamoto or something like that? The guy who actually made Nintendo, essentially.
You never know.
Yeah, the thing is, they sent the thing off with all the data in 1982 with like the games machines and stuff. So that was before Mario even was a thing. There was like Jumpman when he was in Donkey Kong. But even the first Mario Bros.
For those who actually don't know, Mario's first appearance was actually in the Donkey Kong game, which was the person you play. He was called Jumpman.
And wasn't he the bad guy, even though you played as him?
Huh?
Was Mario the bad guy?
No, it was Donkey Kong. It was the bad
Donkey
guy.
Kong was the bad guy.
And you were tasked with saving the princess. So there was already kind of the fundamental structure for Mario there.
What's her name again? I forgot.
Great Peach.
No, that wasn't Peach. That was someone else.
Toadstool?
No, it's not Peach. Before Peach was a thing, she had like dark brown hair. I forgot her name.
Princess Gallywag.
Racist, but close.
I said Gallywag.
Yeah.
That's not racist.
All right.
I bet the video game characters are gonna be in like 30% of the film, just like Wreck-It Ralph making cameos maybe.
It's interesting that this film is happening now after Wreck-It Ralph's success. I don't think I would have made it without it.
It's gonna be a fad now. Video games in the movies.
I still haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph.
You haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph? It's quite good.
Yeah,
Interesting stories.
That's pretty right.
What any more trailers or?
There are more trailers we could have watched, but I can't be bothered to get it
Because of
loading
all
again.
the yes.
Yeah.
This year, so does that end trailer talk?
It does end trailer talk.
Okay.
Let's move on to a little bit where I talk about box office, because I'm just interested in box office. Do you know the top 5 highest selling movies of all time?
I know Avatar is at number 1.
Avatar is at number 1.
2.8 mil, right?
Frozen. Got me number
Frozen is number 5.
Yeah.
Let's play Family Fortunes with box office.
Titanic.
Ding. That's number 2.
Thought it was.
Giorgio, your guess?
Lion King.
Wrong. That's
Jaws.
number 12 or 13.
Jaws?
Jaws. No.
How far is that, or is that not even there?
I don't know.
Lord of the Rings.
Which one?
First one.
No.
One of the Transformers
Third one's
films.
a high selling.
One of the Oh.
Fourth.
I swear one of
Transformers,
them
I
made
believe.
over $1 billion.
Yeah, I think the fourth Transformers is number 6.
Didn't.
No, that's
How about
Iron Man 3.
Despicable Me 2?
Nope.
Gross over 1 billion.
It's done the top
Terminator
5.
2?
Nope.
Terminator 4.
Something
Choking.
Marvel-y,
It's not
which you haven't
similar.
mentioned.
Marvel. Avengers.
Exactly. Avengers is number 3. And
Is it?
Yep.
And now, number 4. Number 4.
Can anyone get the 4th point?
Ooh.
Is it Harry Potter? Is it Harry Potter?
Which one?
Deathly Hallows 2.
Yep.
Oh. Can I have half a point
Terry,
for that?
4 out of 5.
Can I have half a point for that?
Oh, you can have half a point for that.
Yay.
So Terry did get 4 points, and you got 1.5.
Blood.
So the top 5 in the box office.
See,
1
we'll
to
see.
5 is Avatar, Titanic, Avengers, Deathly Hallows Part 2, and Frozen.
I don't think Avatar really deserves the top spot. Even though, yeah, it's like it is a technological marvel in terms, of what films can do. At the end of the day, it's an overblown Save the Rainforest film, and whilst it's sort of a commentary on like America invading other countries kind of thing,
But
and
it's
that's been
such a
done.
pretty movie.
Yeah, that's all it is a pretty
Bioluminescence.
movie. Yeah, that's
FTW.
yeah, that's all it is. It's got bioluminescence, blue people. I don't like blue people.
Got blue in it.
I've hated blue people since the Smurfs. Smurfette,
Oh, God.
such a slut.
Have you seen the Blue Man Group?
What?
That was the
I heard
Blue
that.
Man Group.
They're a band, aren't they?
They're not really a band, they're like a little trio performance.
Every time I hear the song I'm
Tames.
Blue, I actually get out a knife and go on a stabbing spree.
Better not sing that.
Well, we've learnt something new about Terry.
Do not sing that song.
Have you got any predictions of what could top the top 5 in the highest grossing movies this year?
Avengers 2.
Avengers 2.
Avengers
I believe.
2.
Frozen 2, maybe. Frozen 2, maybe.
Well, that's not this year.
Well,
Also,
even-
yeah.
next year.
So last episode, we said that the writers of Frozen weren't going to do a second. 2 days later, they announced Frozen 2. So yeah, that's
They
convenient.
watched the podcast and was like, we're going
probably
to
did, to
flip
be
this
honest.
thread over on their heads, man.
Yeah, because we got so much viewers.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. 4 subscribers, yo.
But yeah, what do we think? Actually,
Potential worldwide box office gross dominators for this year. Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. Jurassic World, maybe.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a returning franchise after a good 10 years of absence since
Yeah.
the last film.
It's not the Lost World.
Also-
The third one was called...
Lost World. Even though it was kind of crap, it was still kind of enjoyable. Jurassic Park 3. Actually, no, I enjoyed that
Yeah,
one
I
as
still
well.
enjoy Jurassic Park.
I think so. Everyone.
It's the only one with that spiky one.
Yeah, that's the Spinosaurus aegypticus, mate. That was the largest land predator that ever existed.
That used to be my favourite
I
one.
haven't
when I
Yeah,
was a
do
kid.
you know how tall they can actually grow up to?
No.
60 feet. 60 feet tall. Basically about as tall as this college.
Why is the thingy bob outside the room?
What? Go away.
It really better not
Puffs.
be someone else coming in here.
Oh, they ain't. We're in it.
Maybe they just gathered around.
Yeah,
Please go away.
But yeah, Spinosaurus aegypticus, the largest land predator that ever lived. It was twice the size of a T-Rex, which is why the T-Rex got its ass kicked in Jurassic Park 3. Even though a lot of people didn't like that because it's a motherfucking T-Rex.
Hi, Steve.
Hold on, can I have to put this on pause a second? You can keep talking if you like.
I haven't actually seen Jurassic Park 2. Is it a prequel?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Is it like a prequel? Jurassic World? Is that a prequel?
No, it's not a prequel. It's actually a sequel.
Is
And
it?
it's only got Jeff Goldblum in. You know, in the first one there was a Jeff
Oh,
Goldblum.
yes, of course.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum's back for the second one, and not many other people return. Actually, Richard Attenborough.
He returned in the second one.
He does return, but
Unfortunately, not in the fourth one.
he's actually Richard Attenborough in the second Jurassic Park actually has a little bit more of a villainous role, doesn't he? Because he says like there's the woman on the island and stuff like that. He's sent her there already. He has kind of a. He's not like completely villainous, but he has that element about him.
How come Jeff Goldblum's not in the fourth one?
Is he?
Because he's Jeff Goldblum.
He can't be in there.
Now why this actually happens, is because I wanted it that way. Yes.
Yeah, because I guess he just
He pauses too much.
And also...
He's Shatner's son.
Is it? Is he?
I was going to
No.
say he's
I was gonna say.
the
I'll
sequel
second
to the King's Speech.
Hey?
I was going to say he's the sequel to the King's Speech.
I love the parody version of that with George Bush in and Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was teaching George Bush how to speak. It was
Wow.
hilarious, man. Well, George Bush obviously wasn't in it because he doesn't know how to do self-deprecating humour because he's too stupid to even realise what food is.
And also, Terminator 4 is coming out.
Terminator 4,
Five,
yeah.
five,
Five.
my bad.
5.
Jenna, I see.
Well, let's say
Jenny-
4.
Genesis.
Terminator Salvation never existed.
I'd say one half of it.
I think it did.
Well, I think I would allow one half of it to exist, which was the Sam Worthington.
Did they do
end of it.
Salvation like this since it was Terminator 4? Did they do like Sal? And then
I
have,
no,
like,
they didn't.
Ivy.
They didn't actually.
As a 4.
No, they didn't actually. Which I actually kind of applaud for not doing that. But then I also unapplaud for
Look at that. Look a little.
for Christian Bale.
People are not going to see that on what you're rating.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, Christian Bale as John Connor. I'm sorry, Christian, but you're a good actor, but you weren't meant for John Connor. Yeah, you were still in Batman mode in the film.
You're not allowed to terminate while you're up.
That was that was literally one of his lines. He's like, "Will you over me?" That was literally one of the lines. That's when Sam Worthington's just saved him from those wormy things in the water, and he's got a point, and then he's just going away. Sam Worthington's just going back into the water slowly. John's just stood there pointing the gun at him, and then just randomly goes, "What are you on for me?" Or "Who are you?" No.
It's good, isn't it? Also, the new Star Wars movie could be a chart topper for the grossings.
Obviously.
Right, let's move on to a bit of box office news.
No, hang on, let's just stick with Star Wars for a second. Force Awakens. Sorry, anticipation for that. Where is your anticipation? How do you? I'm in the middle, but kind of slowly going towards more hopeful to go along.
I don't know. I've been trying to stay away from anything about it. I haven't seen any trailers. I've seen like a couple of images.
All I know is
You
that
haven't seen the trailer yet?
Harrison Ford broke.
Why? We haven't seen the
Yeah,
trailer.
like,
We haven't seen the
broke his
trailer.
ankles.
You have seen both the trailer, Force Awakens.
Yeah, your fault when you turned on. I didn't realise.
The thing I love about the Force Awakens trailer is
I've
when
seen
it's
a GIF of the new lightsaber.
It's when it starts, the Force Awakens trailer. You've seen Spaceballs, right? Well, it's just the desert, and then I think it's John Boyega, the actor. He's in a stormtrooper, so he just pops out of nowhere. I saw
I've seen a GIF of that where it's like.
Yeah, I saw a caption later where they'd done a Spaceballs take the piss with it, and he pops up and it goes, "We still ain't found shit." That's one of my all-time favourite caption pictures. I wish I could show it to you. Maybe we could put it up around here somewhere. I'll send you it.
Okay, you send it to me and I'll do it if I can be bothered.
Disney.
I'll try and bother.
Disney, do not put Jar Jar Binks in this film.
They
Was
won't,
ruined.
because if they do...
Jar Jar Binks spin-off, yay!
No.
No?
No. Shut up.
Yay!
Disney, don't mess this up. We love you, but don't mess it up.
Alright, Disney, you're going to do better than George Lucas did. Yeah. He did the first two... Actually, here's a little something. You know, actually, a lot of the stuff that was behind Star Wars was actually down to his missus.
Really?
She actually helped with a lot of it. He had proper creative control on the third one. And well, the third one was the least well reviewed of them all,
Are you
wasn't
talking
it?
about Return of the Jedi or?
We're talking Return of the Jedi, yeah.
Okay.
It was because it had all of the Ewoks and stuff like that. That was less well received than the others,
A
wasn't
little
it?
bit of Blue Harvest.
Yeah. And, well, that was the first time he got proper creative control on the Star Wars series, and it kind of showed. Yeah, it turns out, I think his missus was actually a good Porsche. Played a good part in making Star Wars what it was.
See?
I swear I heard that she left him after they finished filming.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why you should listen to your missus.
Oh, God.
Good point. Listen to your missus. Yeah.
Word from Giorgio there.
Yeah.
Take it wisely.
Listen.
While we're on Star Wars, I'd like to bring up, have you heard about the title for the first spin-off movie that's going to come out after Episode 7? It's called Rogue One.
Rogue One. Who's it follow? Pilots.
I guess so, yeah, in the Rebellion. It's between Episodes 3 and 4, I believe.
So it's bridging a gap, is it?
Yeah. Had a few bridge gappings.
Wait, are we talking the 3 and 4 as in the original trilogy and
I'm talking
the old...
between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
Alrighty.
I guess it's following Rebellion pilots. This is Rogue One. Also starring Felicity Jones, an actress who I quite like.
Sorry, Anakin. That's a name I have not... No, what was the line in Star Wars where he goes, that's not a name I've heard.
Obi-Wan.
I just heard
That's
Obi-Wan.
not a name I've been called since...
I wasted through your father into a volcano and cut off his legs. Oh, and an arm.
And an arm.
Why couldn't you? That is a
Remember kicking
massive
Armor.
dick move, by the way, from Obi-Wan. Why didn't he mercy kill Anakin and instead of just leaving him to burn in a volcano?
Send me after the Empire. I will not kill Anakin. I will chop off all his limbs, though.
Oh no!
leave his
I'll
head
leave
flying
him an arm. Come and get me, Anakin. Come on. You fell. And now you're
It's over,
burning.
Anakin. I have the high ground. Don't jump, Anakin. It's just gonna leave my lightsaber up here, Anakin. Who knows what'll happen, Anakin?
Excuse me.
Excuse?
It's quite wet, but I may have to go in a minute.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Oh,
It's quite wet. I have to go. So
I forgot about that.
I may have to go
boy.
get marbles.
You should probably go now, then.
So use it down to no.
It's down to
Halfway.
us.
Yeah.
All
Carry
right.
on, guys.
Right,
Bye bye, people.
We would
Goodbye.
like to bid a farewell to Georgia.
Au revoir, Giorgio.
Au revoir.
I'll be
Au
careful
revoir.
on the
Dennis,
table.
why are you going under there?
Why don't you just, like, go that
Yeah,
way?
we just
I
go.
want a good exit.
Then exit round the back.
No, I'll let.
Something's going to get
days.
taken out.
Be careful.
Remember, there's wires, and he's right here, ladies and gentlemen. He's just coming under the table
ladies
here.
and gentle. Don't knock the
Goodbye.
Don't knock.
Don't knock the camera.
See you.
Go!
Soon. Carry on, you gentlemen.
Look at
Thank
this.
you for
We
your
have a
permission.
whole table.
Yay!
Don't miss me too much.
Make sure you close the door.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Don't miss me too much.
We won't.
Better hurry.
I will.
See you in a bit.
Don't walk slowly.
Bye.
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 He wanted a good exit.
It was a terrible exit.
It was an awful exit, Giorgio.
And now we're back to where we were.
All right. Should we
Left.
move on with box office?
Yeah.
Just a couple of little updates because I'm just interested in worldwide box office. I don't know why. So the Hobbit movies have made more money now than the Lord of the Rings movie because the last Hobbit is 26th place in the highest grossing movies with just under $1 million.
A lot of people aren't
50
actually
million under.
happy with
Wait,
the Hobbit, though.
50 million under $1 billion. No, I know.
Because they've used
The
quite a bit of
stakes are lower.
CG now as well,
Yeah,
haven't
they
they?
do.
Compared
I
to
guess
all the
it's got
creative
less
technique.
weight.
They used a lot of creative techniques in the original Lord of the Rings films. I know that there was one to do with mirrors and stuff like that to create the idea of a massive set, like all the stuff in the background,
since they're
castles and
different
stuff like that.
size people. But there was one point in the first Hobbit where I realised how do you know of in Lord of the Rings how they made things different? Like they recorded Frodo in one sized room and Gandalf in a different sized room. or they would be in the same room, but then Gandalf would be on a tiny chair and Frodo would be on a big chair. It's really weird sitting next to each other.
Yeah, well, no, I remember. Gandalf would sit like here, and then, Frodo would be sat further back here, and then they'd position the camera in a way to make it look
to the
like...
side as if they were right next to each other.
Yeah. It was very clever, some of the stuff
But
they
I feel
did.
like in The Hobbit, there was one point that was really noticeable, which didn't work, where one of the dwarfs hands Gandalf a glass of wine, and it's really small in Gandalf's hand, but it's really small in the dwarf's hand as well.
Bad editing, Peter Jackson.
Come on, mate. Now then, 50 Shades. By the way, these stats aren't updated since in the last few days, because I can't be bothered to check again once I've written it down. That's fact until next episode. So 50 Shades has made 550 million at this moment. $50 million,
They should pay that back to the two people who actually played Christian and Anna. They only got paid $250,000 for the film.
Yeah, no.
So
They're trying to bargain to get, I think it was 20 million each for the next movie.
yeah, do it.
Although, I read a little interview with the producer last night, and their budget for the first one was 40 million, and he doesn't really want to take the budget up that much.
Well,
So that's going to be tricky, seeing
thing is though,
their whole budget for the last one is what they want to be paid next time.
yeah, well,
But it
they're
made
doing
enough
it. They're
money.
doing a film like that. I don't blame them. I really don't. It's a terrible movie.
Thinking back at it, it's so just
Boring, badly written.
Because, I mean, I work in a cinema and I still have to do the screen check, so I go in, make sure no one's illegally recording the movie. And I
Or
just have to
illegally wanking.
Also true. Disturbing everyone else with their ectoplasm. But when you walk in and you just have a little glimpse of a film and you go to see 50 Shades, one of their conversations is like, no!
When when Ghostbusters
It's so
comes out,
badly
because
written.
there's Channing Tatum in it, there's going to be a lot of ectoplasm from the women.
Oh yeah. Also, Magic Mike XXL.
More ectoplasm.
XXL.
Right.
Right.
Look at your phone.
No, not done. So 50 Shades has made only a tiny bit less money than Monsters Inc. and the first Iron Man. That's how high up it's gone.
Thank you, moviegoers, for letting down humanity a little bit there.
And Big Hero 6, the Disney brackets Marvel animated
That
movie
looked
about
quite fun.
kiddie superheroes.
Kiddie
I've walked in-
superheroes.
Yeah, I've walked into it a little bit, a few times. It just, I can't get into it. Maybe I have to watch it through the whole thing, but it doesn't pique my interest. It's made 640, it was between 630 and 640 million dollars. Just more than, it's just become ahead of Star Wars Episode 2 and the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. So that's done pretty well for itself. And that's box office section completed.
So, it's news now, isn't it?
We can go to news, or we can go to what we've been watching.
Yeah, let's go with what we've been watching first. What have you been
Alrighty.
watching?
Well,
Start
I'll
with me
start
then.
off with things that I haven't seen all of, but I've seen parts of through my job working at the cinema. Run All Night, which has just come out.
That's Liam
The Liam
Neeson.
Neeson movie, yeah.
He's all the rage now since Taken.
I-
But before you go there, they said that in Taken 1, where his daughter got taken,
Yeah.
Taken 2 was his wife being taken, wasn't it? Or was it both
Wife
of
and
them?
daughter, maybe, I think.
Oh, so then Taken
Take
3... What?
Take Threen.
Take Freed?
Take Threen.
Take
They
Free?
replaced the E with an
yeah, that was
three.
stupid,
And then they
Taken
go to
Fr-
Falcon.
No. What they're going to do, what they should do with the fourth one is they make the movie about him feeling unappreciated for all the work that he has done to save his family's life, and we'll call it Taken for Granted. You took the time on
Took
that
me a
one.
few seconds. Yeah. I don't think they're doing it in Taken 4.
They will. Hollywood demands it.
Liam Neeson said he's going to stop doing action films in 2 years' time.
Oh, but he better make one very good one. He should do. He should do one set in Ireland. He is fucking Irish.
Although they could do.
Beep.
You know what they could just do? They do like a Taken prequel trilogy.
What you mean?
With-
So he's
No, with that guy from The Walking Dead that I forgot the name of.
Shane, John Berthnell,
No.
Andrew
The
Lincoln.
governor.
Oh, David Morrissey.
Yeah. He is a lot like
By the way,
Nice,
David Morrissey.
the Nissan.
Did he not do fantastic as the governor in The Walking Dead?
He did indeed, and I'd like to announce that we're doing a special episode of The Walking Dead Season 5, which will come out a couple of days after the last episode.
I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead, both the comics and the TV show, so I can offer my
Indeed.
perspective.
And I believe that'll be episode 11,
And
maybe?
I've heard
I'll tell you
about
later.
what may happen in the finale,
Ooh.
and
Don't have to tell me
I'm not
now.
going to tell you. Well, so I don't think like what I was told is true, but from what I can tell, it is going to be one hell of an episode. It's a 90-minute long
Wow.
episode.
That's cool. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to
Oh, mate.
starting the season and watching it all in about 3 days. Or less.
What's are you up to date at the moment?
No, I haven't started it yet.
Oh, you need to hurry up, man. What's it before The Walking Dead
How many episodes we got left?
2?
2. Oh,
This next one, and then the finale.
so it could be episode 9 then.
Could be.
Could be. But we've got the SpongeBob special episode to do as well. And we've got next week, so I don't even know what that's going to be. Wait. You know what we could do? We could...
Do the SpongeBob episode next week.
Yeah,
When's SpongeBob come out?
maybe Friday.
Maybe.
And then... Don't know. So yeah, we got SpongeBob special episode coming soon. And Walking Dead special episode. And our special number 10 episode to celebrate. Yay, 10.
With the Walking Dead episode as well. I'm gonna, because I'm definitely gonna be here for that one,
Yeah.
because I know a hell of a lot about the Walking Dead. I'm gonna do some character comparisons. So like, well, obviously comics versus the TV series.
Okay.
I'm gonna say right now that with the Governor by David Morrissey, the Governor is better in the TV series than he is in the comics. David Morrissey did such a good job with the Governor that he
thought it was
actually
good.
outdid the actual comic book character. He played that good a role, and also obviously the writing by Robert Kirkman helped strengthen that, as well as the rest of the team, as well as everyone else's parts. Still recording?
Yeah, I was just checking.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
doesn't have problems with the Zoom mics though?
The only character that I'm finding hard to choose whether they're better in the comics or the TV series is actually Rick Grimes, played very, very well by Andrew Lincoln. He is probably the best person for that role, because he actually kind of looks like Rick from the comics.
Yeah,
He actually does match it really well, and let's say he's played the part so well. I really do fucking commend him for the work he's actually
Have you
done.
played the Walking Dead game?
I have it, but I'm ashamed to say I don't really like point and click games. I can't get on with them.
I remember playing a Doctor Who point and click a few years ago. BBC made themselves. Anyway, should we move on from Walking Dead?
Yeah,
and
let's
save
move
that
on. We'll save that for the special episode.
So yeah, back to Run All Night.
Run all night.
The Liam Neeson movie.
So he runs all night and he just sort of walks in the day.
Yeah. Thing is, oh my days, when I went to see that, the only thing that I had, like, I could hold in my mind was I don't know if it's to try and keep it, keep your attention, or keep it exciting, but do you really have to cut to a different shot every 1 to 2 seconds? You can't just keep a shot for more than 2 seconds.
But basically, it's like a machine gun of cuts.
It is. It's changing cuts every second.
boom,
It's
boom,
like
boom, boom,
it's like
boom,
flipping. Oh, come on! It's like have a really slow frame rate, and each frame is a different.
So I think
shot.
with trailers, I think they
Maybe.
should, with films that are a bit more, got the real serious
trailer
tone for them,
movie,
I
yeah.
reckon they should try and make them a bit more artistic.
There were 2 shots which stood out as the only shots that I recognised, as ones that lasted longer than 1 or 2 seconds, which were the first one was when is it Ed Harris, the other guy, old guy, the one from the Truman Show. Okay, Baldy McBold, when he tells his wife, spoilers, that their son has died. Not really spoilers because it's in the trailer. There's a longer. No, he's like 25.
Poor child.
She has a little sad crying reaction, obvs, because her son has been deceasified.
And then she's okay 5 minutes later.
I think so.
Wow.
But that's quite a long shot. It's about 12 seconds. And then there's another one, which was a little bit of experimental shot. Clearly badly CG. It goes like a shot which kind of goes out of a window and then down a street. And a little kind of...
Some of the best cinematography I've seen is actually in the Raid 2.
Really? I've heard that's really good.
That's actually
directed really well.
really, really good for the cinematography. There's one particular shot where he's on the freeway and the shot zooms into the car, it zooms towards the car, and then it goes in the car, looks at the main character, and then moves out of the other side. Do you know how they did that? There was one person dressed up as a car seat, right next to
and they passed the camera between.
Yeah, but there was also a guy there's the door. He was lying, basically his gentleman sausage in very close proximity to speeding by concrete. So he's lying basically down low on the outside of the car, attached to a rig outside of it. So he's grabbed the camera, and then he can pass it through to the guy in the seat, who can then pass it to another guy on the other side.
Wow.
I know that it was. That's not even one. No, that's actually one of probably the best one. One of the other ones is there's a fight scene in a toilet, and because it's such a confined space, the toilet. So shooting in it would be really, really difficult. So do you know what they did? What? They built the set where they moved the walls around. Basically, they had to choreograph a fight scene with over 40 people coming at him, all moving the walls around and stuff like that, and then filming around them to make it look like the walls aren't moving. And they did it so well. It is actually
That's really cool.
So I didn't like the Raid 1. Because all it was just fighting. That's all it was. There was some really good moments in it, but because there was so much fighting in it, it got watered down with the rest of it. The Raid 2 has a great story, and it's a really good action film as well, with a lot of experimental cinematography.
Alright, well, we've got to move on pretty sharply because Steve wants the lights in 20 minutes.
Oh no.
I've got a few things to talk about. So let's try and do 5 minutes max on each thing.
Alright, so you did Run All Night.
Yeah. I've also seen Focus, the Will Smith film, which is a lot.
The Man Who Does Not Age.
I thought it reminded me a lot of Now You See Me, film that came out a few years ago, and it's got lots of tricks and things, and it's funny, and it's not funny, but it's fun. It's an enjoyable movie. It's not great, but yeah, I saw Chappie. Now, it's a Neil Blomkamp movie, directed District 9, which I liked, you didn't like very much.
Yeah, I probably need to watch it again, but for what people loads are saying, it was a really, really original movie. It sure was a mess.
On paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, District 9 to me was just a mess.
He also directed Elysium.
I actually liked Elysium.
I liked
watch
Elysium. It again, but
Eminem could have been in that film, where Matt Damon was. The reason I think he only asked for one condition, that they shoot the film in Detroit. That'd have been amazing, man. Eminem in Elysium.
That would have been quite cool.
That would have actually been really cool.
You would have gotten the 50 Cent treatment.
The door didn't show the way. Never mind.
The thing is about Chappie, it has some good ideas, but they're explored incredibly poorly, and it was, come on, Neil mate, Blomkamp mate.
That's kind of like, with my problem with District 9 is nothing was really explored properly.
Oh, no,
and so it was presented there.
You're a good themist, but not a good.
Yeah, it's like first part of the film. It was a found footage film. The middle was a drama, and then the third was action.
Yeah.
It couldn't decide what genre it wanted to be.
Chappie repeats the documentary a little bit for about 2 minutes at the beginning. Like, it copies it from District 9, and then it never comes back to it at all, in the way that Interstellar did, where you actually see...
I still need to see that film. We're back at a different angle.
Yes, because the camera ran out of battery, so...
And we've lost lights as well.
Yeah, we had to get a charger, which means the camera has to be closer to us. So,
Or closer to me.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, he's still here.
So...
What were we talking about, Christian?
Chappie, how I didn't like it.
I noticed he had a Galil, which is an Israeli assault rifle. Were they in like Middle Eastern area?
No, they were in South Africa.
Oh. But then
Always in Johannesburg.
Oh, yeah, Galil.
It's Blomkamp's film set.
Oh, the Galils are quite well used, sort of, in the African and Middle Eastern regions. Very popular guns.
The movie just seemed so self-indulgent to me. Like, I've listened to
What do you mean self-indulgent?
Neil Blomkamp's idea for Chappie, he wanted to have like a robot that learnt how to like
emote. I remember.
An emotional feelings AI, and then he was listening to a band called The Antwoord, a electro rap.
I won't
South
like it.
African band. It's so bad, like they are, and
so Chappie should have stood up and said, "Right, humanity's got to perish."
He didn't know anything better. He was like when he turned on, he was like a baby. He was like a child, and he grew up in about a week.
Damn! Did he pass college?
Nah, I never went.
Well, he's a crap robot then, isn't he?
But he said that he got the idea because he was listening to the band. It was like, what if I just have the movie as this band teaching this robot, being the parents to this robot? And come on, mate, there were so many other better ideas you could have had because the characters are so awful. I mean, Dion, played by Dev Patel, is the only good character apart from
Dev Patel,
Chappie,
isn't he
robot.
the indie? Is he indie?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so I've seen him in a few things. He's not a bad actor, is he?
He's quite good.
He's quite good.
He was the only supportable human in the movie. But all the characters made like really appalling decisions. And also, what is up with the main characters? I get it, you're in that rubbish band, but why even cast them? Why? Okay, have that idea. That's a cool fantasy. But then you consider something like a real good idea, like. Have like these freaks called Ninja and Yolandi. They have the dumbest hair. They have
I found that was it. District 9 and Elysium, like we was talking about earlier. They both had kind of problems with focusing on the overall meaning of the film, and I take it that is the same problem that Chappie experiences. Well, at least gives you the experience that it doesn't fully understand where it's meant to go.
Yeah, exactly. It gets sidetracked with some other random idea that's beside the point of what they're actually trying to do. And then Hugh Jackman's in it as an Australian guy, and his
What, really?
Yeah.
Australian? God, what have they made of all sorts?
He said, so Neil Blomkamp said he wanted to ground it in reality. So they had a real band playing themselves, and he had Hugh Jackman playing an Australian person because he's Australian.
Whoa.
And then, it goes...
he's not, he's Wolverine.
Yeah, good point. It goes past the point. It goes way past reality into just a joke. All the characters are so, like... I can't believe that they're real because they're so...
Just two-dimensional?
It looks like a parody. He's in cargo shorts. He has... it's called a mullet. And he says things like, "You're making me angrier than a frog in a sock."
What, Jackman?
Yeah.
Dude. Why can't people write characters properly? Just because they're Australian doesn't mean they're going to say, "Throw a shrimp on the barbie." And
Chappie had the potential to be such a cool, clever movie.
I hate that when a
really
movie
cool
that
themes,
has a
but
lot
it
of
just
potential
really let me
fails
down,
under its own ideas. Right, should I talk about my film?
Yeah, what are you talking about? GTA, you on?
No, I'll talk about that in a second because we're on films at the moment, aren't we?
Okay.
I watched Adam Sandler's last good film, in my opinion, which
Mine
was
too.
which was the 2008 film You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
You don't mess with that Zohan.
So I think that's actually a Sandler film where you actually where you forget you're watching a Sandler film, if you know what I mean. Some of his elements actually pop back up in with it, but he gets so lost in the Zohan character, just having fun.
But you didn't realise it's just Adam. He's not Adam Sandler.
You don't. Yeah, he's not like the typical Adam Sandler character. He's actually. That's why I liked it. It was a deviation. It was just a lot of fun. You know, there's no plot to it really. It's an Israeli commando who moves to America, fakes his death and moves to America to pursue a career in hairdressing, which is actually very loosely based off of some truth.
You're a fagula.
But there was actually a real Israeli commando who actually moved over to America to become a hairdresser. That's the only truth in that You Don't Mess with a Zohan, though. Everything else, like the amount of times hummus appears in You Don't Mess with the Zohan. Even when he's brushing his teeth, when he's combing the hair,
yeah, using it as shampoo.
And there's no plot. He moves to America to do hairdressing. Someone finds out that he's the Zohan, and then they bring in these villains at the last second. Yeah, they bring in these villains in at the last second, don't they? Like those redneck type of people.
Yeah.
They bring those in at the last second.
Well, the Phantom was cool.
But yeah, that's John Turturro. He's usually quite fun in Sandler films.
Yeah.
Like what's
Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds, yeah. I didn't like that film, but I enjoyed John Turturro because
Sneaky.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He was such a funny character. I didn't like Winona Ryder in that either. She was really annoying.
Yeah, I didn't get along with the Winona Ryder.
But yeah,
I think you spoke about her last week.
Yeah, she was good in The Iceman, but she was no good in Mr. Deeds. But yeah, the Zohan, it's just so crazy, isn't it? It's like they're playing table tennis with a grenade. Was it between the Phantom and the Zohan? They play table tennis with a grenade. Like, it's like the pin on the grenade was a long ass just sort of countdown because they play it for like 20 seconds, and a grenade either has a 3 or a 5 second timer. That was, So
I watched a bit of the.
Hey, I'm still on about Zohan.
Oh, I am talking about it.
Oh.
Watched a bit of the making of it.
Oh.
And in just one of the shots, where it's going at the end. When he's running over the buildings after he's met Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
And this whole stunt bit where he's going down the building and then he jumps onto the lorry. There's 6 to 8 different stuntmen there, just ready to do their one little bit. Because that's how awesome he is.
But there's what was it? The opening. When him and Turturro, when he first starts going on the first mission, before he fakes his death, and was it someone shoots him in the face with a Desert Eagle 3 times, and he just
ding.
Yeah, he just goes
in the mouth.
Just pushes one out of his nose like that. It's get the feeling you don't like our country much. There's a bit where someone had got a Mac 10 and he's just popped up behind. No, it's an Uzi. Sorry, it's an Uzi, and they he spins round just like that, and then deconstructs the gun within 5 seconds. Remember that scene?
Oh yeah, it was taking it apart.
I also loved just how they react to each other as well, like Turturro and Sandler. When he fires the RPG at Zohan and then it destroys the thingy, but he's done a flip, and Turturro just goes, very good. Very good.
Very good.
He eats 2 chicks, as in the chickens.
Oh yeah, when he
you put raw eggs and
into a
you
glass.
drink it for proteins or whatever it is, stuff like that. He has 2 chicks. Poor little buggers. There are some bits in it which fall flat. Like there was the bit where first went into the Paul Mitchell salon, and he does that little dance. All the women were laughing at him, and it was kind of thing where when the movie laughs, the audience goes, good. Disco, good. When he pretzels people as well, that's funny.
Oh yeah.
It's like when
Why you do this? I feel no pain.
so no, I feel no pain. No,
I feel no pain.
I feel no pain. No, I feel no pain. That's it. Gets to fucking piranha, doesn't it?
His neck.
Let me have a look.
On the pants.
There's a fizzy bubble for me. I just love how casual it is.
I noticed like every time they say fizzy bubbly, like
Fizzy bubbly.
They were always pronounced in a different way. Fizzy bubbly, fizzy bubbly.
I just noticed when he's
Fizzy bub.
what's the woman that he falls in love with when she first shows him fizzy bubbly, and then he said,
"How'd you get this?"
David said, "No, I never tried it. Is it good?" He said, "Yeah, very good. Hey, have
Put it
some."
down to the litre bottle. It is not.
It's
for me.
not for me. But yeah, there really isn't much explaining in terms of plot because there really isn't one. It's dumb. It's really, really dumb, but it's a lot of fun. There's a really funny scene actually at the end when we find out that the Phantom wants to be a shoe maker, doesn't he? He loves shoes. And then when they're in the middle of the fight with the rednecks, like he starts putting his shoes on for him, trying some new ones.
Oh, yeah.
He's got his foot up like that, was getting it sorted. And then when another enemy comes up, the other foot comes up and stays.
It is a good Adam Sandler movie.
And that's what I say about the Zohan. No plot, but just a delightfully stupid, fun movie. I'd certainly recommend it. It's the last good film that Adam Sandler has done.
Genuinely recommend.
Sandler he's a good comedian. It's just he gets bogged down with crap roles that he writes for himself. Little Nicky is a good example of that.
Did you know he just released a movie called The Cobbler? Where he's a...
Well, it's not around like The Thief and the Cobbler, is it? That old one from before.
I don't know. It's he finds some magic machine when he puts on a different person's shoes and he becomes that person. The studio almost cancelled the release of the movie. It opened in 17 to 20 screens in America, and that is it. For some reason, they didn't want to release it.
Because
Maybe
Adam
it's terrible.
Sandler's name now is usually synonymous with shite.
Although, he's in production with I believe it's a parody of Tarantino's new movie. The Hateful Eight.
He's doing a parody of The Hateful Eight.
I think so. It's called the something 6. I'll look it up.
The Spastic Six?
Whoa there, Terry. Also, have you seen anything about that animated movie called Home that's coming out? I think it's just
I've
come out.
seen some trailers. That doesn't interest me.
It didn't before, but I saw a trailer and I thought it looks alright. I might go watch it.
No,
it
I've
seems
seen
like
the
the
trailers,
alien is basically Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
It doesn't do it. I don't like Sheldon. I don't like The Big Bang Theory.
I haven't liked it since, I think season 4 was the last good one. And
There's some funny jokes in there, but overall, I feel Big Bang Theory is a show for adults to try and figure out what the hell the nerd culture is these days. That's my take on it, anyway.
Adam Sandler. It is.
There's the Cobbler.
It's fine. Direct.
Is he directing or writing? Try
Didn't
writing.
say director. Where is it?
Blended.
Upcoming projects.
The
The Ridiculous 6. It's a TV movie.
Oh, it's got
Comedy
Taylor
Western.
Lautner.
Yeah. They've bonded since.
Will Fort, who's
Grown
played
Ups
someone.
2.
Will Fort, who plays someone called Will Patch. Steve Buscemi, who's actually a reoccurring Tarantino actor. Terry Crews, Danny Trejo, I like Danny. Good, John Turturro, he returns. Nick Nolte is a good actor. Have you watched The Warrior?
With what, Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No, I watched that, mate. He got an Oscar for his role in
Alright.
The Warrior. He did such a good job in that film.
Rob Schneider.
Fuck.
David Spades.
I don't like Rob Schneider.
That guy from that comedy.
Oh, no, he's from Lost.
Yeah, but he's also in that one with Kevin Hart and Olaf guy. Whatever that's called. So we move on. Also, Insurgent's just been released. I watched the trailer. I thought it looked pretty good, but reviews say it's terrible.
Isn't it
Young adult.
like part of a spin-off of Divergent or
It's
something?
a sequel, I think.
Because I remember there was a load of hype over that, and then it wasn't as great.
I've also been watching Better Call Saul and House of Cards.
Do me a favour, don't talk about Better Call Saul
Alright.
because I've still got to watch
Yeah, I
that
know.
yet. I've still
If I
got
can
to
find
Breaking
anyone else
Bad.
who's watched it, I will do a special episode of that after episode 10, maybe.
Should we move on to news?
Unless you want to talk about what you've been playing.
Oh yes, I have been playing Grand Theft Auto Online Heists, and suffice to say, it's a hell of a lot of fun. It's actually brought a hell of a lot back into Grand Theft Auto Online because it was growing. It was growing quite stale. The online portion of Grand Theft Auto was, and I can't play story mode anymore. Not because I've completed it. It's just that it won't give me mission icons anymore. It's bugged out to hell, my story mode at the moment. So yeah, I can't play story.
Inconvenient.
And I was so far into it as well.
Got a sweet.
But yeah, with Heists, said there's variety. Like you have one job to start with, which is sort of like the introductory job, just so you can get used to the idea of like how the process works for the rest of them. It's a simple job. You only do like one setup job really, which is to steal an armoured car, which I now have one of those in my garage because it is a goddamn tank shell. Seriously, there's a new truck in the game as well called a Vapid Guardian. The damn thing weighs 8 tons. Me and my brother, both did a head-on collision into each other at mega speed. Guess what won? My armoured bloody thingy. Because it's basically a Mitsubishi Evo 10.
It's a Mitsubishi Colt.
No, it's a Mitsubishi Evo 10. It is basically what it is, the armoured car. And it weighs, I think it's about 2 ton or something like that. I stopped dead in my tracks, but I nearly flipped the damn truck over me. That is how hard this thing punches. I wanted to I hit one car so hard before I blew it up. And I flipped one of the heaviest pickup trucks in the game straight on its roof.
That's some Simpsons hit and run
Yeah, that was a class game.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, then
Could never get past the Bart Simpson level.
no, some of them were difficult as hell. But yeah, the second job, which is you have to do a prison break, is actually, I'd say it's one of the most awesome levels of anything I've actually played in video games. Or actually no, I'll give that to Humane Lab Raid, but Prison Break one was still a really good one. What you had to do, at first you had to steal a prison bus, which involves taking down a convoy and then stealing the bus without getting riddled with bullets too much. Then you've actually got to go into a police station dressed as police officers and steal a bloody prison schedule. Then you've also got to steal a plane and do 1 or 2 other bits and bobs. Yeah, take out 2 lawyers. Then one of you flies the jet. One of you is in a buzzard to destroy other jets that are attacking. And then there's the other 2. One is a prison officer. The other is a prisoner. And you go into the actual prison. You go into the prison disguised as a prison guard and a prisoner and try and extract the person you need there because you've got to get someone out of there. It goes wrong quickly. It's part of like there's a little event. Basically, this prison guard sort of notices that something's up, and basically, no matter what happens, you're going to get shot by him. So you have to shoot him first, basically.
Are those
And-
kind of missions on the story mode as well?
No.
Oh,
It's all-
they
no.
sound really cool.
But with online, it's online with like 3 of your friends. It'd be much more fun. Plus, doing it with AI would be really difficult. Like I said, I've played them, and it would be really difficult to do it. Have AI as your teammates, because it's yeah. And then obviously you've got to shoot your way out of the prison, and then jump into an armoured truck, go to the airfield where the plane is, which has been flying around just so it doesn't get blown up by the jets. Land it. All of you have got to jump in, apart from the person who's in the helicopter, and then you've got to try and get away from all the police and the jets as well. And then you jump out of the plane after a certain amount of time.
You make it sound really tempting.
That's not even the place. I said Humane Lab Raid is a whole nother thing, mate. First mission, that was a simple one, as far as I can remember. I can't remember what happened in it, but it was just a simple one. The second one, you have to steal these 2 armoured vehicles. Like, they're so armoured that it takes about 4 or 5 RPG rounds to destroy them. I put 5 homing missile rounds into the damn things, and they didn't die. But yeah, you got to steal 2 of those from a private military company. Then you have to assault an aircraft carrier and take away a fucking Harrier jump jet. And then do you know what's even better? Do you know what is even better? Kenny
no.
Loggins' Danger Zone plays.
Does it really?
Yeah, it genuinely does. They have that in the soundtrack on the video game, and when you jump into any of the jets, yeah, Kenny Loggins comes on the radio, and I am just giant Danger Zone. And then it said that's just one of the really awesome ones. Then you have to sneak. The reason why you're stealing the Hydra is because it has an EMP on it. It has an electromagnetic pulse weapon, which you then install into that heavily armoured vehicle, and then you have to sneak into the Humane Lab so you can drop it off in there. But there are guards and everything, so you have to sneak in there without being seen, without raising any alarms, pop it in there, and then get out again. All in 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes. It took me and my guys I was with. You remember Will from college? Like, he was last year, but he eventually thingied. Yeah. Me and him.
That's a nice interruption.
Yeah, that was rude. They didn't even say sorry or anything.
Or hello. Oh, they didn't even make an effort to be quiet.
Said it's over 15 tries it took me to complete that one where you just got to get the vehicle in there. It took me and 3 other guys over 15 tries to do it. And we eventually did it. We got good enough in the end where we knew what to do. And then there was the finale, where 2 people... Oh wait, no, the other mission you had to steal something called the Valkyrie, which is...
Is that a...
It's a helicopter with miniguns on the side. It's got 1 minigun on each side. And also that's a reference to Apocalypse Now and Ride of the Valkyries, the song that is used in there. And because what the helicopter is essentially a Huey, which is a standard transport chopper back then.
Huey?
Yeah, it was...
like Lewis in the News?
No.
Don't need money. Don't need fame.
Don't need no credit card to ride this train. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yay! You got it right.
You
But yeah, then the
the
finale. 2 people ride in the Valkyrie. One's on the minigun, one's the pilot. Then you have the ground team. You got a parachute into the lab, and then as you're parachuting, skydiving down at first, you watch the EMP completely shut down the base. And then you parachute into the thing, you put night vision goggles on, and then you blow the door off apart of to anything, and then you basically absolutely rip everyone apart on the way through there. There's even just a little thing. It's nothing special, but what you got to do to get into the lab where you need to get the info, you've got to swipe 2 cards at the same time, and it really felt like something out of like, you know, all the heist films that you see and stuff like that, on like GoldenEye and all them things. And yeah, it was just free. You wanted to go 3, 2, 1. And it just felt really cool. It felt like I was in one of like Heat or something like that, just in a really cool like heist film. And then we had to swim out through the cooling tunnel. And
There's people coming in. Yeah, good.
rude.
Cool. Bye. Appreciate it.
Wish we could lock the door.
I wish. Also.
But yeah, then after shooting our way through a couple more people, you jump down into some water and you got to swim out through the cooling tunnels of the place, and you come out on the beach. And then you got to jump in the helicopter after creating a signal flare. Yeah, they've added a flare gun into the game now. You can even depending on what colour the flare gun is what colour your flare will be. You can fire pink flares.
Can you fire blue flares?
Yeah, you can.
I want a green one.
No, we'll see. There's only a certain amount of colours available. I know it's quite crap, that is. But then we had to jump in the Valkyrie, and then we had a load of helicopters come after us.
I'm still listening.
So we would it's made things a lot more interesting, and you get a decent amount of money as well. Like the first one is you only get like what it's about 110 grand payoff. It is a pretty simple one. The next one's about 400,000. The one after that is 675. The next one's about 800, and then the one after that is 1 million. But you do have to divide that between 4 people. And the Valkyrie costs 2.85 million. So you have to do multiple heists.
Yeah, there'll be a few of them then.
By the looks of it as well, there's going to be a casino-themed DLC coming for Grand Theft Auto as well, which also might mean that they'll add another heist mission where you assault the casino. And that, I'd imagine, would have a really big payout. But yeah. Grand Theft Auto Heists. If you're just playing exclusively single player for Grand Theft Auto and you don't want to go near the online, for the love of God, go online. Get all that stuff sorted. Get someone you know that can go away. Get 3 other people that you know, someone who can host it and that, and you will have an amazing time. I guarantee you. It is so much fun.
Oh, that was an accident.
What are you doing?
I just want to say that even though I haven't been playing much, I have been playing Quiz Up.
What the hell is that?
A mobile phone app. It's a kind of like an online pub quiz thing, you know, like we do Kahoot. Hold on, I'm trying to see what rank I am worldwide.
But I want to try and be quizzical person. You know this one's going to be over an hour.
Yeah, I know.
Long.
I did say I want to see how long just that it will run. So yeah. I also wanted to say I've been watching Game of Thrones. I've started rewatching it because I'm having a little marathon. I'm doing 1 season a week because Game of Thrones starts in 20 days when this episode comes out.
Whoa.
So even though the Game of Thrones podcast I said last week hasn't properly started yet, I think we'll record the first proper episode when I finish the season, and we'll have a little talk about the first season in an episode, then the second season, the third and fourth, a little recap before we go into the first episode of season 5. Also, I have to get another human to be on it with me.
Well, I can't be because I don't watch the Game of Thrones.
I haven't watched it yet.
Shut up, slut.
No!
I'm still working on Breaking Bad, although I still haven't started season 3 yet.
I've developed a pattern. Did I say that before? So I've got House of Cards Monday, Better Call Saul Tuesday, House of Cards again on Wednesday, then BBC 2 at 9 p.m. on Thursday. It's a program called Banished, which is quite enjoyable. I mean, I'm liking that. It's a bit like Black Sails and that kind of thing. It's period drama about people who are banished to a prison. That's so funny! And then again, House of Cards on Friday. So we've moved from what we've been watching / playing. Should we finally get into news?
That's what you can actually call like women's menstrual cycles as a period drama.
That's a good one. Carry.
I'm so good at the lols. Right, and news.
Now we'll get on to news. We've covered Frozen 2.
Let's try and make this a slightly short one because I've only got 4 hours left and so I've got to go to bed. Yeah, I'll work tomorrow, man. I've got work tomorrow.
So let's start with... There's a Charlie Brown and Snoopy movie.
Wait, what? They're doing a
3D CGI.
Can't we just leave Charlie Brown alone?
Apparently not.
I mean, that was like back in the day.
Yeah.
That was like millions of years back in the
have any
day.
pictures of it? I don't think I do.
Oh, many erections.
But, on the other hand, the CGI Popeye movie has been cancelled.
Yeah, that is for the best. That is...
Look at that.
My God.
Look at that.
My God, that is not... That is something that haunts you in your nightmares.
Here, hold on a second. Let's move that over there again.
But no, it's fine there, buddy.
It is now. Wait a little bit.
What are the news?
So you know there was that Romeo plus Juliet directed by What's His Chops now?
Baz Luhrmann?
You got this little bit in
Oh yeah.
of the wall. Yeah, there we go. I'll sit here. That's fine. Yeah, Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet.
I did not like that. I couldn't stand it.
Sony have adopted a new spec script for a version of Romeo and Juliet called, I think it's called Verona, but apparently it's set in a 300 kind of world.
300?
Yeah, it's 300-esque.
Whoa. 300 meets Romeo and Juliet. Now that, I'd like to see.
I'm kind of interested. And what's they doing that for? Oh, sorry. And we always like talking about reboots on this podcast, don't we?
Yes, of course. What they rebooting?
There's been Alice in Wonderland. Cinderella comes out on Friday.
We saw the trailer for that, the 50 Shades showing. Yeah.
I'm not sure if we'll do like a little special of Cinderella, but we might just talk about it in an episode like we have done in the Week's Watch. But so there's a Cinderella can just come out. Alice in Wonderland. There was a new Snow White a few years ago with the
Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah,
another gritty
Twilight
reboot. Why do things always? Yeah, I know. Make it gritty, but there's no point in doing a reboot and just making it exclusively gritty just for that reason.
Well, you say that, but Tim Burton is set to direct a Dumbo reboot.
No, come
Remake
on.
of Dumbo.
No, please. Dumbo does not need to be touched. It's a perfectly fine film. That's one of my favourite films from when I was a kid.
Really?
Like Pink Elephants on
Pretty
Parade.
psychedelic.
The Pink Elephants on
sequence.
Parade, that was like the first... For most children, that was the first mindfuck that anyone ever experienced. Think about it. It was like... I saw that when I was like 2 or 3 years old, and I remember that scene from when I was that young.
Remembers.
And my memory isn't usually very good, but I can remember that scene very clearly. I haven't seen the film in a long time, and I can still remember that scene very well. Reboots, man.
So I'm not happy with the Dumbo reboot.
No, I disagree with that one.
How about the Beauty and the Beast remake?
But that is
a live action one.
But isn't that like statistically the most perfect Disney film that they ever made?
Well, you say that, but what about the casting? We got Dan Stevens playing the Beast / Prince.
And Emma Watson. Hubba. As
Peak interested? Through the
a
Emma
little.
Watsons?
If there's going to be boobs, I'll be interested. Not
And
Beast
also,
boobs.
bloody Luke Evans as Gaston.
Luke Evans. Is that Chris Evans' brother?
No. Yeah. No, he's Bard from The Hobbit, which you haven't seen, and he was the Dracula in Dracula Untold. It came out in October, I believe. Quite liked him. I quite like him. He's alright. I think the new Beauty and the Beast could be cool. Maybe. It's got a chance. I'll give
If it ain't
chance.
broke, don't fix it.
Wise words from the Terry.
Or whoever invented that.
Also,
saying.
Josh Gad, the Olaf guy, is playing Gaston's little salacious crumb, his little busy mate.
Bacon.
Yeah.
What else?
Let's see
Will you
what
actually
else.
let me have a look as well? 'Cause
If
I
you
can't
want.
say.
Oh yeah, also they're rebooting Scarface.
Fuck off. No, seriously. I know it was the Scarface with Al Pacino in. That is actually a remake.
I know.
Yeah,
From like
but-
the 30s or something.
Yeah, but
Doing
that
it again.
was the perfect remake for what I would say is probably one of the best remakes ever made, because Scarface now would not be synonymous with the old film. It is synonymous with Tony Montana, Al Pacino's character. That's bullshit, man.
What about if I said that Jonathan Herman, a guy I've never heard of, is directing? I think he's directing or he's producing. And it's a Universal one. No, still not interested?
Directing what?
The Scarface reboot.
Still not interested.
Guy we've never heard of? No, we don't want a Scarface reboot, do we? What's the point? Money probs.
They've got plenty of it.
Let's see
Anything
what else we
else?
got in news.
I've left a bum breath.
Nintendo have announced
Dead
a
people.
new possible console. They're planning new hardware.
It's
Codenamed the
called
NX.
Nintendo Wii Give Up.
They're well, it's not just them making it. They've blended with a company called DeNA, something like that. It's a
That's
Japanese
a character I've Walking
mobile phone / smartphone company,
Dead. Shit.
and they might have a little thing.
Shit.
Also, Nintendo's bringing smartphone games of its own IPs to smartphones, like Mario.
Keep knocking the damn.
Yes, you do. Maybe you should take your feet down.
Maybe you should live in your brain.
I try. Now, if you move on to my last piece of news, which
Last
I think
piece
you
of
might
news.
enjoy.
Okay.
Do you remember Shia LaBeouf did his paper bag art thing?
Yeah, which says I'm not famous anymore on the
Yeah.
front of it.
Well, he has a new art installation thing this week.
Paedophilia.
Close. For 1 week. And the title is #FollowMyHeart. He has a new art piece thing for which he'll be live streaming his heartbeat for a week. Oh yeah. Shia LaBeouf is live streaming his heartbeat. I think Terry's leaving.
Shia. Give up.
You're not
Just-
famous anymore.
Go away. You were an idiot before. Now you're just trying to be a pretentious artistic prick. Give up. You useless bastard. You're not Indy's son. You're a pretentious little turd. A plagiarising, pretentious little turd.
Tell your granddad no one wants to buy his glasses.
Turd.
Now, we've got through the news finally.
And what does that move over to?
Well, depends how much more time you want to spend on it. There is a section at the end, which we have delightfully called Limbo, where we talk about anything we want, but also
Sperm.
we were planning about a month ago to do a Gentmoot Awards show, like the film awards,
But we
with
missed
our
the
different
Oscars.
categories.
We missed the
But
Oscars.
yeah, we missed the Oscars, and we never eventually did it. So what we were thinking is, at the end of each show, we'll give an award out. We'll do one category to cover it for a few weeks.
Alright, so we cover one category each episode, do we?
Yeah. If you feel like doing that now, or I could save it for next week.
Let's do it now.
Okay, so moving to the Gentmoot Film Awards. Let's see what we've got. We've got Best Sci-Fi or Fantasy, Best Comic Book Movie, Best Sequel, Best Comedy, Best Action / Thriller / Horror, Best Drama. Did you go with any of those?
Go for comedy.
Best Comedy. So the nominations that I've written down, unless you want to add any in, are Bad Neighbours.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
I really liked it. The Lego Movie.
Haven't seen that.
The Interview.
Haven't seen that.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
I have seen that. That is amazing.
And 22 Jump Street.
I haven't seen that. Grand Budapest wins.
Now, Giorgio is going to be here, and we were going to talk about Best Comedy, because I knew that Giorgio was going to be the front man for the Lego Movie, and I had my suspicions that you would support Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh yeah,
And I was going to let you both have a little argument.
Oh.
You'd present your backups to me.
Grand Budapest
and I would
Hotel is one of the
award
most perfect films I've ever seen.
it. I agree.
It
I was
is
gonna keep it a
just
secret.
so well put together. Nothing is overlooked. Every tiny little detail has been gone over at least several times just to make sure that it is perfect. The
Yeah, Wes Anderson is a
cinematography
real-
is amazing.
Wes Anderson is he's a proper composer
Yeah,
of imagery.
yeah. It's like, he's a composer. It's like Tarantino. He's not a director. He's a DJ. He's a film DJ. He doesn't create films. He takes pieces of everything else and makes a film out of them.
That's a good analogy.
Well, yeah, it was just...
So, let's go through the nominations, shall we? Bad Neighbours, you haven't seen it, but I really liked it. It's a really fun movie. It's funny.
funny.
The Lego Movie. Giorgio is in love with this movie. I thought it was alright. It was a good...
Isn't that joke with Batman? It's like, only wear black and sometimes very dark grey.
Dead parents. It's funny. It would have been better in an animated movie category, but we don't have one because no one's really watched animated movies. Like, a couple of us have seen the Lego Movie, but no one else has watched like How to Train Your Dragon or Box Trolls or Shaun the Sheep or anything else.
See, that's what the Welsh call masturbating.
What?
How to Train Your Dragon. That's a masturbation guide, that is.
Now, The Interview. That's funny, if a bit.
Does it try to push it a bit too much?
It is a little bit of a pusher.
Bush.
Oh no.
That's push.
22 Jump Street. It's quite funny. I didn't really enjoy the first one. It repeats a lot of jokes. It's alright. Dumb and Dumber 2 apparently is not good enough to even... Apparently it's alright, but just not great, and I didn't bother watching it.
So the winner is the Grand Budapest
The winner
Hotel.
for Best Comedy at the Gentmoot Film Awards is the Grand Budapest Hotel.
And it's just a fantastic film.
It is.
Yeah,
It is
it's
amazing.
up there on my favourites just for how good it is. It is.
It is really good. I've got it on Blu-ray now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I have to get it
yeah.
on DVD. So good. So good. Ralph Fiennes. So good. So good, man.
It is my mother and father's birthdays within the same few days, so I thought, how about a special Gentmoot birthday card for both of them? An official Gentmoot birthday card.
They'll love that.
So, George, I'll get you a pen and we can all
see.
sign the birthday
What could
card.
I write? What could I write?
This episode will get random as it gets.
I wish intense spinal trauma on you all. What do you think?
Like,
Oi, give me a pen, laddie.
I'm getting one.
Oi, laddie, you better give me a pen, laddie.
What accent is that now?
I don't know. Northern Scottish. I made it.
You're racist. You're racist.
No. Stereotyping.
Make it too explicit or drawings of willies. There are
Hey up.
children
Hey,
who
up.
visit both houses.
Shall I say hey up? Did you like?
Yeah, go on, say hey up.
Hey up.
You're doing the one for my mother
Happy
right now.
birthday. You are now one
my
step
dad, is it-
closer to death.
if you like, although they will both see this episode.
And
What does that say?
Is it your mum or dad? Is it just your mum? Yeah.
Yeah. Her name's Natalie.
To Natalie Christian's mummy.
yeah, to
Just to win the
Christian's
trailer section audience.
mother dearest.
See if it will load a bit more. It's loading a tiny part of it. Anyway.
Christian told me to write
You're
this card.
signing the father card right now, Terry. Change the MO to FA. Well, isn't this an amusing section where no one talks a lot? You should both write down what you're saying as you're typing.
Hope you have a good birthday and you have got a funny son. So, say something about you. And thank you for
Natalie.
And thank
Brackets,
you.
Christian's mum.
And thank you for inventing Christian.
For inventing me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I went. Thank you when
You should.
when you conceived in the bedroom.
Sign it.
Congratulations.
Have a good birthday.
Gonna say lots of love.
Congratulations
Lots of love.
on being born. You are now one
Lots of
step
love.
From Giorgio.
No, not one step from
Giorgio.
Giorgio.
P.S.
One
Christian.
step closer
To
to
death.
death. That's nice. Remember Georgia.
P.S. Christian reminded me to do this. Christian.
If you like.
Take
I should have really just downloaded the trailer, but
take
what can I do when
fearful
I'm too lazy to be bothered?
solace
St. Mary's University pen.
in
You don't?
this
No?
Okay.
fact.
I think I'll swap over in a second. Or whoever finishes first, I'll write a little bit.
Lots of
I
love,
may get another pen. Just for me.
Terry.
But lucky came out of your room, shall I? Lucky Christian came out of your room.
That's quite odd.
No, Christian is awesome. You've got a lucky son.
Congratulations on being born. You are now one step closer to death.
Take fearful solace in this fact.
Lots of love, Terry. I'm just going to change that to an A.
What?
Solace. I'm pretty sure that's an A. Otherwise, I've ruined your life.
You have ruined my life, you slug. Do I get to? Have I got to write in that one as well?
Yeah.
How much do you want to write, Georgia?
That's it.
Wow, come on, Georgia. Drop.
To Natalie, Christian's mum. Hope you have a great birthday. Lots of love from Georgia. Christian is awesome.
Pen for me, please. Thank you.
What are you doing?
I wrote official Gentmoot birthday card.
What are you doing, Terry?
Congrats.
You.
In brackets. Very small. Happy birthday, father.
Oh, but you can turn.
Here you go, Giorgio. Do it small down here. Because you wrote quite a lot last time.
Trying to think.
Because Quantum of Solace has an A. You're welcome. That's how I know that word. Oh, is it locked again? You flipping goon.
Should keep an eye on it, Christian. I'm busy writing.
Alright.
10 minutes, we're not even talking about films.
Mother
We'll get
dearest.
onto it.
Okay.
Or if I edit it magically, we could stick this bit at the end.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Being a year old.
So aging does to skin what fire does to a Madame Tussauds sculpture.
Off you right then.
So yeah, I'm going to write that.
I'm gonna write.
How old is your dad?
I won't admit it on the podcast.
Okay, whisper to me. Is he old?
Nope.
Okay, is
Just
he
write something.
Is he younger than Madonna? Is he younger than
I
Madonna?
have no idea how old Madonna is.
56.
To
She's
Christians,
56.
obviously he's younger than that. To Christian's father, congratulations on being a year old.
Being a year older, you are. But don't forget, you are younger than the Queen.
From Georgia.
Than the Queen and David Cameron.
My parents are going to appreciate this.
I said.
Official Gentmoot.
If that makes you feel. If that
Birth. Oh crap, missed the D up.
I sort of think punch your DNA until it stops aging.
If you like. Not sure if you'll get it.
And I also said Christian is going to be rich. He's going to buy you a mansion. Christian says he's going to buy you a mansion when he's rich.
Go on then.
I already wrote it. No,
You already wrote it?
Yeah. Yeah, to your
Hold
mum.
on, you're writing to my dad. Oh,
Yeah.
they're write the same thing.
No, not the way it does. From lots of love.
Good old little bit of stalling before we move on.
We're writing cards.
Yay. The podcast.
Did you put official Gentmoot card?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
It worked for Dumbledore. No, it worked for who hasn't aged? Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, so it worked for Jennifer Aniston.
I think she has aged. Will Smith hasn't aged. Is what
Yeah,
I
Will
would have
Smith.
said.
She's gonna appreciate that.
I think she will. My mother and father both. The first official Gentmoot birthday cards. If you want a Gentmoot birthday card,
You
have
won't get
hoops.
one.
Exactly.
You won't get one, you bastards.
Unless you email us specifically to ask for one.
Yeah.
And you have to work out the email address because I don't want to give it to you today.
Yeah.
Tune in next week for 3 letters of our email address.
You have to wait for a while. For
Because
cards.
at PS, I'm kind of a dick.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because I'll put that as aging does to skin what fire does to Madame Tussauds sculptures. Punch your DNA until you stop aging. It worked for Will Smith. Many loves, Terry. P.S. As you can tell, I'm kind of a dick.
Well then, oh no, stop it, you silly
Or should I
thing.
say to your mum, you're like Stifler's mum.
I'm Stifler's mum.
No, her. You're younger than Stifler's mum. Jeff.
Yeah, well done. I knew this already.
Yeah, she's younger than Chicken. P.S.
It's Stifler from American Pie, yeah.
It's Stifler. Mrs. Robinson. How old is your mum? Oh, sorry, I can't say it.
Stop asking. Oh, we're done.
We're done.
We
the
are
card.
That was a
done.
nice birthday card bit.
Happy birthday to Christian's mum and dad.
Happy birthday
Yeah.
to Christian's mother.
Should we sing? Should we sing?
Official Gentmoot message. No singing.
Oh.
We only sing at the end of the podcast.
She's a jolly good fresh faithful. She's a jolly old faithful.
Shush.
You couldn't say fellow, could you? Because is fellow not for a man?
I believe so. Although you can get like university fellowships. Or you
Yeah, where
get
women
a
don't
fellow.
exist.
So
Women are
Women,
just-
that's true. Women don't exist.
So-
now let's get on to the
By the way, never treat a woman like an object.
trailer talk
Yeah,
section.
never treat a woman like an object.
Yeah.
It hates that.
Unless again you're in Madame Tussauds. It hates that.
I was waiting for that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the longest episode probably of Gentmoots.
Indeed.
Indeed,
So far it has been the longest one, but maybe we might keep it long.
Right, what we got to do now, instead of us singing finish, we got to do a 2 Ronnies finish. You ever watched the 2 Ronnies?
Not as much as I would have liked, and not as recently as I would be able to remember.
So you go, and it's good night from me, and then you go, and it's good, then you say, and it's good night from him.
That's good.
Okay. So, you're the host, so you say, and it's good night from me, and I'll
It's
follow.
good night from me.
No, you're supposed to say, like, do it properly. Like, was it Christian Faithful, and it's good night from me, and it's good night from him.
I hate everything about you. Bye.
Bitch.
Ho. End of the podcast.
That is you, Christian.
Let's go. I'm gonna sit here forever until you stop
Let's
recording.
end. I did so well at that I
I think
spun.
it's still recording. Oh no, it's not.
No.